Welcome to the Rasslecast Power Hour Season 2.
Power Hour.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. And before we get any further into the proceedings, I'm B Hyphen, but I know how it gets, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to my tag team partner, Handsome Bane. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hell, man, I'm finer than imported grits, brother. I know the marks have missed us, and so people haven't been insulting you the way they should. And so, let's see, what are you searching? It's something Alexa Bliss, fear boner, or something like that. But I'm just glad that you guys took time out from that.
Don't forget contortionism. Don't forget that.
Play. Yeah, well, I mean, that's your thing. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum, but hey, we're back for season 2. Marks, hang on tight.
Hang on tight indeed. So, this is the best wrestling podcast in the world, at least in my opinion. And we have special guest. And I already know,
it's actually the
super special guest. This is like the season premiere special spectacular.
You have to put your best feet forward. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. We have with us unearthly musical talent.
Unearthly.
And also, did I say unearthly?
I'm just backing you up. I'm your hype man right now.
Thank you. All right,
no problem,
my brother. Hir-O Beats, who is the sound of It's Like a Podcast or whatever. I know you jerks are listening to both. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
As you should.
Recording impresario Noveliss are in the house. And, they're pretty big wrestling fans. So, glad to have them. Oh, and Mark Robb is around here somewhere.
Yo, what's goody?
Up, though. All right, bro. All right.
Calm down, Marcus.
Hir-O, we got Nov. I know, man.
Yo.
House of fire, brother.
I normally do my intro. Do you want me to do the intro?
Go ahead now, dang.
The moment
is definitely past, but whatever. It's definitely past now. Fuck.
Oh, man. Noveliss, right, Hir-O, what's up?
Yo.
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
So glad to have you. What's going on, guys?
What's going on? You guys look great.
No, you guys look great. You guys look stupendous.
You guys look great today.
Before we get too deep into it,
freaking Rollins.
Watch the video today. Freaking awesome.
Thank you, man.
Yes. That's what see, we're in tune. I wanted to also make reference to the new track that is out today, as of this recording of 8/20. We got new music out from the brothers.
Oh, yeah. Ghost of Tsushima theme and everything.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Tsushima.
Oh, man. It's called Storm of Clan Sakai. That's actually the name of the song. And it's just me and Hir-O, man. We both love Ghost of Tsushima, the game. So we wanted to make a joint for it. And the song is just, it's obviously amazingly produced because Hir-O is the greatest producer of all time. And it's just, so it kind of tells the story of the game from Jin's perspective. Of course, with me on the rhymes.
So there will be spoilers.
Yeah, if you there is a spoiler alert if you listen to the song, but
just a little one.
I love it. I love the
man, you guys told the whole story.
For a game that came out a year ago.
All right.
But yeah, man, I love it. It's
we
definitely
back.
One of my favorite songs I've done. So,
So whichever one of you would like to start, please tell us how you fell in love with pro wrestling, or if you did, or what your relationship with it is.
You can start.
Oh man, I love pro wrestling. I'm like a super sweaty pro wrestling nerd, man. That's one of my all-time favorite things. The earliest memory I have of really getting into wrestling, I just remember when I was a kid, every Friday my mom would take me and my brother to Blockbuster.
Yes.
Telling my age, and my brother would always get a game, and I used to always get to pick the movie, and I would just always pick old wrestling videos.
Me too.
Ever since I was like literally 7 or 8 years old, man. I just from there, that's really how I got into it. And then I think the moment where I fell in love with wrestling, and I always remember it. I always tell the same story. Starrcade '96, man. Ultimo Dragon coming to the ring with all those belts.
Oh yeah, he did.
Against Dean Malenko. That's like the moment where I was just like really
That was the invasion angle, right?
No, this is WCW.
No, I know, but I meant like New Japan. They had some New Japan wrestlers.
Yeah. That was when they had
early invasion.
Yeah, like young Yuji Nagata was in there.
Masahiro Chono.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And Masahiro Chono looked like he definitely was a hatchet man. Like he was like Yakuza like a mug. Like
yeah, the triad hatchet man.
Wasn't his finisher called the Yakuza kick?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, there's a giant cricket in here, and it's the biggest cricket I've ever seen.
Crickets are good luck, though, man. We're about to have a live killing on camera. Hold on.
My cat. Look at this thing. You see it?
It looks like a cockroach.
Oh my gosh.
I had a massive hornet just flying around. I was like, oh, you have to die. It was like,
Once they're inside, they broke the rules. Absolutely.
Oh no, I wasn't inside. I was just like, no, because that the size of that hornet was like it could like turn the knob. Like that hornet trill.
Yo, this thing is gigantic, and my cats are just not gonna do anything about it. It's just cricket.
The cats know it's good luck, though.
They do, but they're gonna kill it on accident.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, man. That's how I got. That's how I fell in love with pro wrestling.
Very nice. Very nice. Wrestling.
Hero Beats.
Dude, Hir-O, how'd you fall in love with wrestling, Hir-O?
Hir-O.
Hey, I did that one time. That was an accident.
Oh
no, it's some. You're not the only one. That's why.
Anyways,
That's so annoying.
How did I get into pro wrestling? I don't actually remember how I first got into it. But I know that it was a big part of my childhood, just like many of us who were into any sort of geek culture, whether it be comic books or, video games or anime was, I was into anime at the time, but it was still pretty niche back then. But wrestling was like sort of, I listened to a podcast of this woman who is about our age, like a millennial age, who like didn't like wrestling at first when she was younger, but sort of rediscovered it. And her synopsis of what she was observing was really, really, really. It made a lot of sense, and I think it's the same thing that like registered with me without me really knowing it. She made an observation as she watched an episode of AEW or whatever, and was like, "Oh, this is comic books." Mm-hmm. And I was like,
hell yeah.
That, like really just completely landed with me. And I think that there was an element of that I noticed even as a kid, but I didn't obviously have the the observational skills to make that conclusion, but I think that happened inherently. But then again, I also once I was a really big fan of WCW. I was never a really big WWF fan at the time. I didn't really, I watched the Attitude Era just like everybody else, but it wasn't my favorite thing. I thought that WCW was way more interesting. And And once WCW went away, I kind of stopped wrestling. I stopped watching wrestling until I was like grown, until like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep, that was my story.
And then, so what got me back into wrestling was getting closer to Noveliss. Like, he and I became much better friends, and that was something that he was really big into. And I happened to discover on accident Shinsuke Nakamura's ringing entrance, and I was like, oh
yes.
So this guy is a Michael Jackson Prince Ninja Samurai. That sounds exactly the thing that I like.
Hell yeah.
I got back into it. I mean, WWE had very few high points, in my opinion, from him until now. But like, I really like. I watched some New Japan at Novelist's suggestion. Obviously, the quality of wrestling there is fantastic. But I think AEW is probably my favorite brand of wrestling right now, because it has I like the fact that I caught it from the very beginning and can like watch I'm up to date on all the story. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And I like that. I don't like, people always move the goalpost on their critiques of AEW. Hey, like, stop having good wrestling. Stop doing too many flips. Stop having WWE people, when clearly I just think that's a real stupid critique, because like, these people are trying to start a business. They're going to get the famous people so that they can make money.
You got to.
If I open a Best Buy and it's some Circuit City niggas that work down the street and they're making money, I'm probably gonna hire one of them, bro. I'm probably gonna be like, hey, yo, you want to come work at Best Buy instead for more bread?
It's called experience.
Are you already
man? You have to get your own. You have to get your own guys off the street, man, and build them up. You can't hire
train them up, man, into you know.
Anyways, that's a rant for a different day. So I'm a big fan of AEW and New Japan and some of the other indie stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Seems like you just like a lot of flippy shit.
I do. I flat out like flippy shit. You guys can all kiss my ass.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when the NWO got on the scene, I actually was watching WCW more for years. Even as I drifted over, even as I started watching WWF and WCW. WCW was always my favorite up until the finger poke, and then that was the night that I was like, all right, it's time for me to.
I used to be the tape guy. Like, I would record them both, and then. I would set Nitro at night, and if I didn't stay up and watch it, if I like went to sleep, it was a nice surprise in the morning. Oh, all right, the NWO jumped somebody else. This is awesome.
The cool thing about Nitro was they replayed it at like 3 a.m. So I would tape Raw from 9 to 11, and then I would get the Nitro right after that at like 3 to 6, because Nitro was 3 hours live. So.
I remember. Yeah, man. ECW too, man. I used to pretend like I was going to sleep, stay up till about 2 a.m, watch ECW real quick. And that's really when I started.
Early ECW used to come on at like 5 a.m. Early ECW on like 38 WADL. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
But I would be up at like 4:50 to watch ECW at 5 a.m. and then go,
get it, man.
Traverse to my middle school.
Damn, he would do it on a school day. Even better.
I used to do it on school nights too, man. Yep.
I used to stay up and watch Conan on school nights, but that's just because I was too stupid to go to sleep, and that was the only thing on. Was Conan.
Wait. Are you talking about Conan the Barbarian or Conan the fucking late night?
Conan the late night guy. Yeah, string dance Conan, because literally I had 4 channels back then, so I had limited choices.
So funny.
That's a hilarious extremes.
It really is.
Right.
Conan the Barbarian.
I remember when Conan had Triple H on the show, and he was like kind of towering over Triple H. He was like,
I've seen that clip.
He's 6'4".
Yeah.
a real lean 6'4".
All right. So I think we can get into some of our questions here in the gauntlet.
The gauntlet is back.
Brand new gauntlet. Some newer questions, and as the two of you know, I am pretty handy coming up with a question.
Yes.
So we're going to get into a few of these. We got a list of 22. We're only going to do a few. So I'm gonna lob this one out here. I'll start us off and I'll tag in. Who had the best debut of a wrestler for you in any company?
Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT.
Oh, I'm glad you just dropped that. Real easy.
Yeah, that was easy as hell for you.
Layup.
And it's a damn good choice.
So I'm gonna have to say, like, are we talking about their match or when they like showed up? You know what I mean? Like that, because it can go two ways.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So whichever one you want.
Okay. That is a good question. I think I have to honestly, man. Ooh, that's a good question. You know what, man? Honestly, I'm not even a big fan of this guy, but when Jon Moxley showed up in AEW for the first time, it was amazing.
And we knew he was coming, and it was just like
we got there,
it was like,
damn, yeah, that was one of the best. That was one of the best pops I ever heard.
Yeah, that's a good
and
one.
I'm not even a Jon Moxley fan, but that's definitely one that I will always remember. That was really, really good.
Very dope.
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember just being. I'll pick one too.
Yeah.
I remember just being super impressed when Scott Hall came out as Razor Ramon for the first time. Like the vignettes were amazing, but then like when he actually showed up, I didn't know he was that big because I didn't really see a lot of him in WCW at that time. But when he came out there and was like sneaky 6'9", 265, like heavy
he's a big,
grown man muscle. It was like,
don't forget the curl.
You ever seen him you seen him in the 80s when he was big?
Oh man,
yeah, when he was big.
I've seen the pictures.
Giving you that extra boost. He had the
dude look like this
mustache.
Oh yeah, pencil thin.
Hilarious.
And but yeah, and then even going over to his WCW NWO debut, like re-debut, it was like, holy shit, Razor Ramon's here, and it was just like the way that they were doing the angle with it was like, are they invading from WWF? Or...
You know this guy, but we can't legally say his name.
Right. In my opinion, other than Shinsuke Nakamura, Scott Hall has my favorite like in-ring taunt. Oh, also Orange Cassidy as well with the like lazy thumbs up. But that like shaking fighting thing that Scott Hall does. Back. That's one of my favorite like in-ring taunts ever.
I don't even know.
No idea what he's saying.
I don't know what.
It seems like some shit like Kevin Garnett would do. Like Kevin Garnett would do that shit in the game.
Yeah, it really does. Same energy.
Because it's psycho. What you got, Hyphen?
I'm going to go with two because it's our show. So first one was when Samoa Joe showed up in NXT because that was my very first takeover that I watched, and then after KO retained and everything. Did KO retain or KO win that night? I can't remember if he won the NXT Championship that night or if he retained or what. But anyway, KO won, and then when Samoa Joe came out, man, and that the Performance Center just erupted, man. It was so awesome, especially because I always loved Joe in TNA, and I would watch him when I could, but then sometimes just being some of the stupidest storylines, so I couldn't keep up with it. So that for me, and then when Sting showed up in WWE, man, like that was as they ruined it. They absolutely ruined it. But when he showed up there, that was awesome. The night he popped up for the first time.
Yeah, having so much hindsight on that is just like, but it had all the potential to be dope as hell, and
all the potential.
No. Nah. I've been waiting to bury this bastard. I've been waiting to bury this bastard since he stopped tagging with the Ultimate Warrior.
We're going to get this son of a bitch. We're going to break his neck. Seth. Break his neck, Seth.
Jeez, man. Right. Big 6 Seth Rollins on. Damn. That's a hell of a... All right. So go ahead and ask your next question, Mike.
Wait a minute. Before we move any further, who the bloody hell is like dragging their microphone across concrete?
I think that's Nav, man.
Yeah, it looks like a Nav thing.
Really?
Is your microphone connected to your shirt?
I don't have a mic on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's the headphones.
That's the headphones are rubbing.
Yeah, because whenever you put your hood up, it's brushing against the headphones. Got you.
I won't do it anymore.
What is happening?
I didn't want to be rude and be like, "Yo, what's that noise?"
Yeah,
just leave it to me to be rude. That's no problem.
No, the guests can be rude. That's fine. That's fine. To a point. To a point.
My bad.
No problem.
All good.
But the Shinsuke pick is really good. That might have been mine too if I didn't go with the Moxie one. Just because,
bro, like the when the lights went out and then it just said when the way the letters flipped over it. I always when I see that part, I always have to say Shinsuke Nakamura. Like Full Metal Alchemist. I always have to say it when I see the letters turn over like that in my head. I still say it.
Yeah, and that was at a time because I didn't. But like New Japan, I'm a big New Japan is my favorite promotion. Like that's my thing.
That's your baby.
And I was a huge Shinsuke fan, and like I knew he was coming right after Wrestle Kingdom 2. But he's really the first wrestler that I probably was like just a huge fan of before they got to NXT. And I was I'm into indie wrestling too. So like I've been a fan of guys before they went to NXT, but he's probably the one guy who I was just like a really big fan of before they got there. So I was like super excited for that one. So that I might have to change mine to that one as well.
Man, I was at work. When that, and I was like, "You log into my watch the every day." Like there were people there who didn't mess with wrestling at all, and this is the magic of pro wrestling, especially when you have a strong style type match. People are like, "Yo, he really fire on that nigga?" I was like, "Kinda, yeah." Like,
man,
it's a thing. And
Wrestling's not fake.
Yeah, right.
I'll raise you guys.
Let me go.
I think that so that was definitely the best like first appearance. But in my opinion, that's actually his third best intro, his third best ring entrance. The best ring entrance is probably what was that Wrestle Kingdom 11, where he came out with the crown.
That was 10.
10.
That's no. That was 9 when he had the crown on. Yeah, bad.
That was incredible. And then, even though.
The ninja one, the Sparkle Ninja outfit.
Yeah, that was
Sparkle Ninja.
Even though his
I was
career,
gonna say the one with the chicks on the pole, man. I'll say it. You know?
Absolutely.
Like chicks swinging around on poles, man. I love it, brother.
Even though his career started to decline at this point, unfortunately, his first appearance on the main roster on SmackDown, that very first intro is probably my second favorite beat. The one where he had the live violinist.
Yes.
Who was like a black, I think it was a black guy.
It was a black guy.
Black dude.
And he like bowed to him. He bowed to the violinist.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so dope.
Yeah, they did the same. It was the same guy that did his NXT intro.
NXT, yeah.
It was like, what? Yeah, it was at that point in time. It was like the best shit I'd ever heard.
Yeah, man. Make some noise for Shinsuke, man.
Yeah,
Good
man.
vibrations. Greatest wrestling move ever. That's my favorite move.
Home Alone getting shocked, Marv ass.
Oh shit.
Hyphen, what you got on the question?
I just want to say it's 7 minutes till 10 o'clock because I'm really hoping this happens. My next question.
How about CM Punk?
No, look at you
on
with your little
AEW?
CM Punk shirt on and all.
Oh,
Look at you.
very cute, very cute, Hyphen.
Shut up, Marcus. You're muted. You're not
Let
here.
me drop a prediction real quick before this happens.
Okay.
I think that CM Punk's music's gonna play, everybody's gonna go nuts, and then MJF is gonna come out, and he's gonna he's gonna come out to CM Punk's music.
And then all those sweaties are just going to explode. Like
And
they're
they're
just
gonna
literally going to.
We hate your stinking God. Where's Phil?
And Vince is gonna be like, look at how much they hate him. God. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. Go ahead, brother.
All right, here we go. So, my question is that where we're at?
Yeah.
I'm choosing best manager of all time.
Let me start because this is the one question that I'll always lose wrestling credibility on. I've never really cared about managers like that. Like they've never been that interesting to me.
I feel you. Totally feel you.
So therefore, I don't really have an answer. I mean, Paul Heyman, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So that's a pathetic answer, but it's my truth. That part of wrestling has never been that interesting to me. It's always felt that's the one part of wrestling that has always kind of taken me out of the world, because it's just like, bro, if you don't get the fuck out of the way and let these niggas fight,
A lot of times, you're absolutely right.
Yo,
I love a good manager, man. My favorite manager of all time would have to be Bill Alfonso, daddy.
Bill Alfonso,
bro.
Bill Alfonso was so annoying. That's what I like in a manager, just like annoying. Just
Yeah, if that's your job. Yeah,
he was that, man. Like I'll never. My favorite. It's a match where Rob Van Dam is wrestling. I think he's wrestling Jerry Lynn, which, by the way, they always had amazing matches. And Bill Alfonso he just drenches Rob Van Dam in water, and he like chokes on the water.
955.
He's just over managing him. It's hilarious.
Oh wait, you know what?
Yeah.
I think
So
I'm
funny.
gonna change my answer. I do actually have one, even though this person was a wrestler. But they hold him because he's really a great wrestler, but they used to not let him wrestle ever. But Xavier Woods in New Day, when he was playing the manager role, because he was actually funny, and like he called the Miz Hokage Miz one time, and I literally almost choked on.
I got a hot take about that. I actually think Xavier Woods is the best wrestler in New Day.
He's got both. He's got both.
I don't disagree.
He's strong as an ox.
He's got both of. He's got Kofi and Big E.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hot take, man. Like,
I don't think so either.
no, you can.
And he can talk.
You've seen it.
Like, that's what I'm saying. And most of
I
all,
think
he can talk. Like,
yeah, great. I don't understand how he hasn't been the one to get some looks.
how tall is he?
Hey, he's short.
Hey,
Fuck.
short. He's small. Look at how
Short
tiny
people
he
got
is.
no reason to.
Big me.
Short
He's
people
black. He's small and black. Look at him. Tell him about it, Shorty G.
Oh my
got. Oh,
God.
Shorty G.
He was an Olympian, dog. Call this nigga Shorty G.
Bro, Olympic wrestler, bro. Olympian wrestler.
Keep getting them
Shorty.
checks, Chad Jable. Keep getting them checks.
He's tiny.
And there it is.
Yeah, you got to break the nigger seal.
Oh my God.
The Rasslecast pod. We've done it. We've done
Welcome back. Woo.
it. Yo, okay, so wait. What did you ask?
man.
Oh, managers, yeah. Managers. I mean, come on, Sherry. Easy.
Oh,
Easy
yeah.
money.
But-
Sherry,
but be
always
more
just knew how to
specific.
get
With who though?
sensational Sherry.
I mean, I know that,
Oh,
but
man.
with who though?
With Sean. Say Sean.
Man, that's the thing, because she was able to. I think that.
Who the fuck is Shawn Michaels?
I think my.
All right, it's been a great show.
Like,
Hiro, I will
honestly,
catch
bro,
you
like,
later.
but if she hadn't come out there with Sean, like they knew. what
Her
was
and
going
Savage,
on.
man.
Sean needed help. Needed help.
Young Sean needed
Even though,
help,
like,
yes.
He could do it in the ring. Like, it was her idea. Like, the whole thing where he was like the whole misogynistic shit where he'd grab her by the hair and throw her down in front of him. Like, that was her idea. And he was not, like, he was uneasy doing it. But it was just like, no, this is a character you're playing on TV. You grab me by the hair and throw me down in front of you, and then I'll take care of the rest. And she did. And she ended up getting him over, and then they were done with her. He wins the Intercontinental title a week after the break.
Yeah.
But I think just like for the sake of heat, I do love her with Mach, but her, the white woman in between two big black dudes on Harlem Heat, like it was just too good. They couldn't help themselves. And yeah, and then again when Booker T drops the N-bomb on live television, she's right there.
When did
like,
that happen? I don't remember
sure.
that.
Legend.
Like, she just pat him on the face, like, you good. And he was like about to freak out.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that probably saved him a little bit, where it's just like, nah, you just said nigga on TV. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're coming for you. Beautiful.
It was like, yeah. Who'd you have?
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh, I love it. That's a good one.
I mean, when I was a kid, I saw some of it, but I was still pretty young. So going back on the network and then catching stuff like as I was growing up, just when they catch it on the internet, and then when you get rent stuff and like that, and you'd see Heenan with Andre and it's just he was just so annoying, but. Heyman took what Heenan started. Like, Heyman has essentially took what Heenan started and perfected it.
There's a lot of Heenan in it.
Yeah, but that was all Bobby, man. Bobby could put over a glass of milk, man, and then still make you hate the glass of milk by the time he's finished. He's incredible.
He'd make you hate the glass of milk, for sure. And, I mean, it goes without saying his prowess on the mic. Royal Rumble 92, which we were talking about earlier, kind of felt like his finest hour, dog. Like, he was fooling that whole pay-per-view. It was like 3 long hours.
Oh, man, he was talking
Bobby
so
Heenan
much
was getting me
shit.
through it. When Virgil came out there, he was like, what number is Virgil? It was like 17. It was like, everybody better check their wallet back there.
That's so offensive.
He used to go, he just leaned all the way into it, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
those guys better go back there and check their wallet. Yo. But yeah, I feel like that was like his finest hour too, but more so than his management. Yeah.
Here he comes.
Wow.
Here he comes. Wait. You might be
all
right.
right.
You might be right.
Breaking for it. Let's see if MJF.
No, it's him.
Shut up. My TV ain't caught up yet.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh my God.
Hyphen now has his hands extended into the air
Wait,
like a
said I wait.
small child.
He's doing some kind of Muslim
who's
prayer
made it to
right
Disney
now.
World. Oh no,
All right,
that's
I'm
his
ready,
clobbering
I'm ready to
turn.
get kicked off this podcast. Here's my hot take.
Oh boy.
I don't particularly care about this shit.
Yeah? Oh.
All right, guys, finish the show without me.
You're the host.
You got
no,
this,
I get
Marcus.
it. Like, I like Punk, but I don't know. I don't. You're in Chicago. You kind of have to take advantage of that if you can.
He's from Chicago, I'm guessing.
It's fine. Yeah. All right.
Right at 10:03. SmackDown probably just went off the air too. It's like a son of a bitch did it. God damn it.
Like I'm way more excited about Daniel Bryan in AEW than I am CM Punk.
And that's okay.
For sure.
This moment's for me. See, Daniel Bryan will be for you.
You know what? That's a fantastic answer, bro. Let you enjoy your moment.
Yeah, man, quit raining on this parade. Man.
Nah, you're good, man.
I would
7
like
years,
to see
man.
what kind of ring shape he's in.
True.
Like, like ring shape to see if
He gonna come out and be like, I'm gonna be an
wrestling
announcer. I'm not wrestling.
Yo, niggas is crying in the crowd, yo. This is lit.
That's me. It's me. It's me.
Niggas are crying.
Yo, he gonna hurt
He
himself.
was really crying, bro. Like it was Michael fucking Jackson.
Jordan.
I could tell.
Like it was Michael Jorkston came through.
I'm sure on
shit,
replays
that's
I
when
might
Michael
get there.
Jordan did the fusion dance and they're here, nigga. Like,
Bro, I can't believe I just saw that. That's stunning what I just saw.
You watching AEW right now?
That's kinda
Text
lit,
message.
yo. I don't know, man. I kind of turned the other way. I have no clue who this white man is, but this shit is mad lit.
look up.
This is
Money
the
in
second
look up Money in
city
the Bank.
savior,
Money in the Bank. Cena
the
versus,
voice of the
CM Punk.
voiceless.
I don't like his American History X haircut, though. I'll say that
That's
right
what
now.
I'm saying, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
He can wear his hair however he wants, man. He
Leave that man
is
alone.
definitely pro-black.
Right.
He's definitely pro-women.
Is he pro-black woman? That's the real
He's
question.
yes. As far as I mean,
good que-
I don't
that's
know.
actually a great
As soon as he gets in the
Is he
ring,
not
Ivory's
black
gonna get.
women?
He actually called AJ Styles out for being racist.
Yeah.
Man. All right, it's all
So,
good that I fuck with CM Punk all the way.
And there it is. I love it. All right, what's the next cue?
How do I record
This
this?
guy is gonna be indisposed.
No, I'm not. I'll just.
Let me see. What is it? Favorite yearly pay-per-view. There we go.
Ooh, easy.
Very good.
Easy money. Easy money. Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan's big show. I mean, I can't even. I think my first live Wrestle Kingdom was Wrestle Kingdom 9, and I've watched live ever since, and it's just the thing I anticipate the most wrestling-wise every year.
Now, didn't you go out there one time?
I did. I was.
Oh, did you?
We've heard.
I was at Wrestle Kingdom 12, man. I was at Wrestle Kingdom 12. Best time of my life.
Now,
And let's go to Arby's
to be
commercial.
super tacky. How much does a thing like that cost?
I actually got.
I just wanted to have a Lord Alfred Hayes.
I
drop
got
in
to.
there.
I got to go for the free because I was in Tokyo doing shows with Mega Ran.
Because I am a famous rapper, so I got to go for free.
That's right. That's why I'm very intimidated right now.
Here's the thing.
Very
like,
intimidated.
That's actually like I'm making fun of him, but it's actually not untrue. It's like
No,
that's kind of actually the reason.
he's kind of a big deal, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, he's just plain old Marshall to me, you know.
Aw, so nice.
Hilarious.
Hey man, hilarious.
Hell no.
Wrestle Kingdom, baby.
So was the question your favorite just
Yearly pay-per-view,
Years,
not
okay, so not a
specific,
particular
not like
one.
one specific event. Yeah, like yearly. Which one you
This
look
is
for?
this is a boring take, but I think it's still WrestleMania for me just because it's even though they've all been trash lately. Actually no, I'm not gonna say that because most of them haven't been good. They've been okay.
Who's,
Like
somebody's TV is loud.
It could be my TV, my bad.
What you doing?
We're gonna call this episode "Check Your Sound."
Yeah, I turned on I was trying to make sure the CM Punk thing happened. So
Women headlining WrestleMania.
You know, actually, I want to go back to WrestleMania just because it has so much history. I don't really remember Starrcade like that because I never got to watch pay-per-views back in the day because I was black and my mom
Y'all
was
had
not
a free
about to pay.
cable? The legal cable?
I mean, my mom wasn't about to pay no. The only time I remember watching, we watched. Oh, here's a fun fact: we watched. Edmund ordered the pay. My homie Edmund, who was one of my best friends growing up, he ordered the pay-per-view where Owen Hart died, was killed.
Shit!
But we actually it didn't work, so we had technical difficulties, so we missed that part.
I think the thing's going is that they blacked it out on the delay.
Well, I thought, but didn't it come back on later?
It comes back on. And it's they came back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think we had technical difficulties before it happened, and we weren't able to even turn on the show until well after that had happened. Which is good because I would have been traumatized, I'm sure.
That shit would have been bad, bro.
Well, if I remember right, they cut away. I remember they didn't show him actually fall or hit the ground.
No. They caught it off the delay.
And I just remember it coming back, and Jim Ross was like, he just
looked like a ghost.
Devastated,
yeah.
That's gotta be tough.
And that does it for the sad portion of the Rasslecast Power Hour.
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys.
Nah, man. We're here for it all. We are here for it all.
Hir-O, you taking all the questions down just
my bad, bro.
Crazy detours, man.
I'll go Royal Rumble just because
you took my answer.
The roster on there.
You took my answer.
Two people can like it. It's fine. Rumble. You see most people. You see, you get some comebacks. It's just a wonderful thing to watch with a big group of people. It's probably my favorite pay-per-view to watch with new people coming in. Who is this person? Or why are they going so crazy for this person coming in? And you get to run down a little history on everybody, and then of course the Goldberg. And you get somebody coming back from. Damn, this nigga was when I was watching it 25 years ago. This nigga was wrestling. He still wrestles. Nah, you just need to check today. You get to give all those stories and all that background. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, the Rumble was just so it sets off WrestleMania season. Like you said, you get to see all the wrestlers. You get some title matches normally, so you get some important matches as well. It's a shorter card, believe it or not, and the fact that we get the women's Rumble and the men's Rumble now, it's just chef's kiss every year. Now, can it be bad? Absolutely. The Rumble, which ironically enough was the last time that I saw CM Punk on TV before now. Actually, no, that wasn't even TV. I was there. Yeah.
He's taking a couple of shots. He took a couple of shots already at WWE. I'm pretty sure just now.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
It's probably why the fuck y'all posting my YouTube videos now? Oh, shoot.
All right, where we at? Last one, and then... you want to do one more?
Let's do one more. Let me get back to my questions here. Let's see.
Y'all looking at the screen?
I am not looking at the screen. I'm looking at my screen on my phone. Let's go with a wrestling move you never need to see again.
Oh, that's a good one.
Never need to see again, as if
never want to see it used ever again. You're sick of it.
Good.
Hogan drop, fucking worst finishing move of all
The
time.
atomic leg drop. The atomic leg drop.
That shit was ass. Thank you.
Literally ass. Literally ass. Trash. Get out of here. Garbage.
I mean, obviously, yes, that moves.
Yeah.
I think I would rather go with a move that is overused than a trash one.
Don't say powerbomb.
I love a good sit out power bomb.
Ooh,
I would.
I do
good
too.
Back bouncing power bomb.
Yeah.
Good.
Very satisfying. I think I would have to, honestly, man, I have to say super kick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty super kicked up, man. I love
Yeah.
Now, I do love, I'm good with like Phoenix does the little where he like kicks him once and then they drop the one knee and then he super kicks him in the face. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a very nice variation. Yeah.
But the whole like wind up, like here it comes.
Unless of course it's Orange Cassidy, then it's like, yeah, give me that. I want some because it's like, it's just one punch man that shit. Like,
I think it's just because everybody does them so much, man. I'm kind of super kicked out.
Hyphen, which one do you got? Because mine is.
Was yours going to be a super kick? I never want to. Oh no. Okay.
No, go ahead.
I never want to see another STF in my life. John Cena, as much credit as I give him now, he has ruined that move for me. And anytime I see anybody do this across somebody's, like here, right here under here, and it's like he has him under the neck, it's like, no, he does not.
Nah, it was who was it? Eric Watts in WCW used to do it. And I was like, oh, he about to break this.
He would cinch it in. I've seen it.
Like,
I've seen it, yes.
Eric Watts used to yank that boy. He'd be like,
Dean Malenko used to have a nasty one too.
Man of 1,000 moves. Again, someone who knows what he's doing.
He used to pull Rey Mysterio's foot to his head.
He used to abuse Rey Mysterio, dog. Like,
y'all,
that's why Rey can barely walk now.
When you get a chance, y'all gotta go on YouTube and look. He's on the top rope and he throws the spool in the air. He throws him in the air.
Yeah, I saw what you're talking about.
I forgot about that. Completely forgot.
Top rope Bane, dog.
It's like the craziest move ever, bro.
Oh, he took that nigga off Brett's rope with the knocked out his entire internal hole, everything. Circular
he's
stop working.
First, for starters, he throws him like 100 feet in the air, and then still like when he's coming down, he still puts his hands on his back like he's.
It was like, bro, how are y'all making that safe?
It wasn't. He was trying to kill him. That's what it was.
Hey, hates Rey Mysterio back then, dog. Like,
it was awesome, bro.
Psycho. I don't never need to see another tower, ever.
Oh no man, towers. I hate that shit. You talking about the guy goes?
I don't want to see anybody get up on there for a superplex and then somebody
the other
else
guy
comes
power
and
bombs
grabs the other two.
You know what, bro?
Power bombs everybody.
Yo, I'm changing my answer. And then he's
selling. Like, why is he selling? Like, I'm changing around. Like,
I'm changing my answer to that. Bro. Any triple threat or over match, that spot happens every
single time. Yeah, it's definitely worn out.
Bro.
Worn out right on record.
Why is Nia Jax selling? I agree. Why is Nia Jax selling? She was on the bottom of all of it.
Right.
Hello, she just
CM Punk just officially challenged. Can y'all? Am I on mute? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Go ahead.
CM Punk.
Hey, I'm not.
No spoilers.
I'm not.
Oh, he don't want you to spoil it.
I kinda am about to watch it as soon as we get done. So, I mean, you know what? You could say it. I'm just not gonna listen. Go ahead.
The only other person. Oh, okay. Well, since he took his headphones off, CM Punk just officially accepted Darby Allin's challenge, and he's gonna wrestle him at All Out.
Nice. Okay. Nav, come back, Nav. You can come back. Come back. Come back.
Is it safe?
Jack.
Is it safe? Sir.
Yeah.
Next cue.
I think that was the one.
I think that completes the gauntlet, sir.
I think you guys have gone through the gauntlet. There's so much. There's so many of us giving opinions.
Yeah.
I have one more this commentary on CM Punk is actually, it makes me feel better about his arrival. I do think that he understands his role as I would like to put some guys over. Like out there, you know, he mentioned like, you know, I'm sure there's some people who he wants to wrestle, some people he wants to beat, but he seemed pretty clear in his intention of like, how cool would it be to put some of these young talented guys over by having them look good in the ring or even beat CM Punk. And as long as he understands that, I think I had a similar issue with Christian. I would hate for him to win the AEW championship. That would probably be the first big mistake that I think AEW has made.
That's not happening.
I don't think so either. But like, I'm totally fine with these young guys or these like really famous veterans coming over if the goal is to like
make other
pull
guys.
some of those other guys off, you know, and have them propel off their backs. Especially people that are accomplished as CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and fucking Christian. Like, they don't need another title, bro. Go have somebody else be sweet and have them lift someone else up. That's like that. In my opinion, that's the best use of that type of cachet.
Which is what Edge is doing right now. Surprisingly enough, even though we all thought Edge might be the one to give Roman at some point, but that's what Edge ended up doing at Mania for him.
Yeah, I guess I've never been a big CM Punk guy, but I think it's just because I'm a real big Kenta fan, and I just feel like
Punk stole his move.
He bit a lot of, not even just he did steal his finisher, which you know, it's wrestling, like that happens all the time, but I just really always kind of felt like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk specifically, like they bit a lot of Kenta's offense and kind of popularized all his stuff here.
They brought it over to America so everybody could see it for themselves.
And
They're
so
like,
then when he shows up, it's kind of like his own thing is lackluster because we've seen him.
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly, and I feel like that's what happened. And Kenta is one of my favorite wrestlers, so I just feel like they colonized my man's moveset.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Nav.
And I just you know, so I kind of always been a little indifferent towards Punk and Daniel
They
Bryan.
colonized Kenta. That is the title of this. Damn.
Put Kunta in parentheses.
Damn.
What was that guy?
The best, blackest wrestling podcast. For sure.
How close was Vince McMahon at any point in his career to approving a wrestling gimmick named Kunta? I'm sure.
Definitely around the Papa Shango era, definitely.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Less than an hour away from doing it, at least multiple times in the early 90s. Let's go ahead.
All right. Here's what
He can be a heel named Kenta for named Kunta, and then we'll turn him into a face named Toby. It'll be awesome.
hang on. Damn. Once he accepts his role, he'll be Toby.
And then we'll get LeVar Burton to show up at some point. He'll take a check. He's a Star Trek guy.
No, I don't want any niggers around here telling people to read. No.
I'm the only word that you need to take, not his.
Clay Thompson is coming back on Christmas Day now.
You know I know that. Come on.
Killer Clay.
You know I saw that.
That's pretty precise. How do you know? Like who
He knows Clay Thompson. He just texted him. He's famous.
You ask a question, you get an answer. There you go.
I'm just a diehard Warriors fan. That's it.
Oh, so
we gotta talk about that real quick. Then fuck it, we here.
About that Dre and KD interview then.
It was fantastic. That was one of the best interviews I've ever seen ever.
Lituations.
Draymond. What up? No, I was gonna say I think Draymond is like when he's done playing. I think he's got a long career of like doing things outside.
Media.
Yes.
Yeah, he's getting groomed for the media right now.
He's ready. He's got the pod and everything.
I hope that he doesn't do like older guys and like become out of touch too, because it's like
Well,
sometimes you be talking to Shaq and you be like, Shaq, what?
Shaq is fucking worse.
Well,
And I
but
mean,
it's-
well,
it's
I think
because-
Shaq just be
might be
saying
worse.
stuff. He don't even care what he says.
It's because all these guys do is compare players to themselves, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't see Draymond doing that. I don't think he cares. He'll be the first to admit that somebody's better than him. He don't care about.
Yeah, he will.
That, so.
It could be
He's a humble asshole. That's what Draymond is.
Yeah, that's a great.
That's how KD ended up at Golden State, man. He's like, fuck, we just blew this. I'm gonna call KD. Like, look, I know we just whooped your ass, but we need your help, bro.
It could be because I played basketball at a high level. I know Jared did as well. My bad, government name. Bleep it out. Noveliss did as
Oh, we
well.
can't hear you. That's a problem.
TV's
Yeah,
loud.
the TV is very loud
Is it
again.
really? Fucking hell. My bad.
TV
It's
says
some
what the city of
commercials.
Detroit needs is.
I was trying to hear his promo, and I had my microphone on mute at first, but then I turned it off. Anyways, it could be because I played basketball at a high level, and I know Noveliss did as well. But I wasn't surprised by any of what I heard. Like, I expected them to say that. Like, I expected – because players don't care about that kind of shit the same way that the media wants
I mean,
us
when
to.
when it happened, I already knew that the reason he left was because of the way that the team handled it. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't surprised.
And how they allow the media to, like, blow it out of proportion.
To blow it out of proportion.
This is exactly what I texted my boy last night, like 2 in the morning.
That's something that should have stayed in the team, and that's it. And they let the media get a hold of it, blow it up. And, I mean, they handled that situation very, very bad.
Saw that.
So anybody see me just choke on that water just now?
Totally did.
We wasn't about to say shit.
I was watching Private Party Dance, so I missed it.
Look at him. He can't even drink his water.
Look at him. I bet if it was Hennessy, he could down it.
Especially the little hurricane.
I bet if it was Kool-Aid, he'd drink it, no problem.
The blackest wrestling podcast there is. The Rasslecast Power Hour.
You know what time it is, brother?
Oh, no. Oh,
This is
no.
the Zach, man. Still smell the crack in my clothes, brother.
How are you tonight? How are you tonight?
Still colorblind. Not
Rock.
recognizing color.
Rock Hogan.
So here I am, brother, wearing my 3D glasses, man. Allow me to see this. Some niggers in here. Well, damn it, brother. Sorry, brother.
So
I'm trying to turn over a new
Noveliss
leaf,
and
man.
Hir-O, I want to introduce you to Hulk Hogan. As he turns over a leaf, he has props this season.
You know what I mean?
Oh my
Hulk Hogan
I'm
is
trying it out, brother. I'm
our
gonna be like
third-
a reverse carrot top, man.
is our third host. He's here every week.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hit the road, brother.
We started
I'm
giving
gonna
him
be like-
paychecks. He's
Oh,
getting
hang on, brother.
I'm talking Hulk.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm only here for a minute, brother. Hang on.
You need some Jesus
I know
Christ.
it'll ward you off, man. I know it'll ward
You ain't
off.
been right since Andre broke your cross, bro.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Cheater.
All right.
Cheater.
Yeah, man. So, I was on the French Riviera, brother.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man. I just thought I'd say
How
that.
long ago was
Anyway,
this?
man. Whole break, brother. Whole break when we were away, man. I was on the SwordCast, brother. Me, Vinnie Mac, we were talking about some plans for me to beat the New Day, man. And Bobby Lashley. That's gonna happen.
I listened to
pretty
that.
soon, man.
I did listen to that. I was impressed, Hulk. You've come a long way from the first time you bursted through Handsome Bane's garage door.
Yeah, cool story, bro. But anyway, man, I just, want to make myself known, man. I've dialed 9 and 1, and if need be, I'll press the other 1 and send, man. So you keep it down over here. Don't be playing basketball too late, man. I'm watching you, brother. Oh, man. I miss that guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan.
I have actual tears in my eyes.
Don't be playing basketball
You should ask
too
Hulk
late.
about this guy on AEW wrestling in an iridescent do-rag and Jordan 11s on.
Hey man,
he with Private Party. I hate that. Am I on mute? Okay. I hate that they joined the. I'm one of my least favorite things going on in AEW right now is the Hardy family office. I think that's kind of weird. That's not one of my favorite personalities.
I was a big fan of Private Party too before they kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I think they need. I think that like they needed to put them somewhere while Jurassic Express gets pushed, which I get, but like I just wonder if that's the best fit. Like I just, I think it's that I don't like the Money Matt gimmick. That's what I don't like, and I don't like the fact that they put this really talented tag team with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I like
sucks because Matt has.
I was gonna say he's. I don't hate Matt Hardy. I actually like him creatively. He's not the greatest wrestler in the world, but like creatively, he's one of the best creative minds ever in wrestling. And that particular character is not one of my favorites, and he's been doing it for a long time now. And I'm just kind of like, all right, man, like let's move on to the next Matt Hardy character.
Time to freshen up.
Have y'all ever heard Kofi Kingston do Big Money Kofi?
No,
yes,
that sounds funny though.
So he does on the podcast sometimes. He'll do this character that he was working on. Well, I don't even think he was like really ever going to do it, but like he was doing like he was using the Jamaican accent again, and he's just like me Big Money Coffee, and like he's like charges for like autographs and like all he talks about is like time being money, and like it's pretty hilarious. So
check it out.
If you can, I don't know if we can find the audio for Big Money Kofi, but he's like, Big Money Kofi at Kingston, me don't hang out with the kids, they're broke. And he like talking about kids. It's great. I was like, oh, I want that character. Like, so yeah, if he ever ends up in AEW, we're getting Big Money Kofi, and it's gonna be great.
I think the New Day missed their window to go to AEW. I now think that they never will go. But they would have been ideal. They would have been the ideal fit for AEW early on.
That's true.
We'll see. I mean, if they keep fucking pawning off all of Woods' friends, like he would be a huge loss. All you need to lose is one.
If they do go to AEW, it should be like years from now. It should be like 2 or 3 years from now. But when they had
get as much WWE money as they can.
As if it had us synced up with like a contract renewal right when AEW was starting, because of like that, they got like real relationships with like Kenny and the Young Bucks. That would have been a perfect addition to the initial push for AEW.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think it's too late. There's too much other stuff happening, and they're too big of a name to not immediately be like at the top of the card. And that's where you start to think, okay, like we do kind of, I mean, I know I just talked about this earlier, but now like years into the promotion after it's been established, now you got to start having some of your homegrown guys be at the top.
Now we need some.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I remember just even the beginning, the early days of AEW, the earlier days of AEW, where I was thinking like, oh, Randy Orton could benefit from going here and just refreshing.
Seriously.
I mean, you see it. You see Orton. I think Orton would have been a good pick just simply because. Sure, I bet because Randy's out there taking nights off. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like a Randy Orton with his experience, like with fire under his ass, might be like interesting at the very least. I am not like I'm not a fan of Orton matches. And sometimes they can like he gets it so much to where it's like the dude who shows up to work and like knows how to get his work done and also sleep for 3 hours on the clock.
Yeah.
So
yes, that's a perfect descriptor.
I never watch wrestling, and when I watch him wrestle, that's exactly what the fuck he looks like.
Yeah, he just feels it. He's like the guy at your job who does the work. It just has figured out how to do it in 3 hours and then how to fuck off for the rest of the time. Take a long lunch. Nobody asks him anything. Like, and then, he's gone. he leaves early, all that, but that's Randy Orton, and I feel like he can. He's like, ugh, all right, you're working here too long, man. Like, you should go to another company and do something different.
I said he looked like a pirate when he came back a few weeks ago with the way he got his facial hair
Bro,
cut
that
now.
cop stash he had, bro, I was uneasy. That shit made me uneasy. Bro.
Me too.
Like, dog, you would have
Me
looked like a
too.
cop in the 80s with this. Niggas in the 80s would have been like, dog, you look like a cop. Like,
Hey there, fellow kids.
I'm looking for drugs. I mean,
That's
All right, you
your
guys have a
carrying
good
cross. Don't get them mixed up.
that's carrying cross, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, carrying cop.
Carrying cop.
2 Qs. 2 Qs. Man.
I'm crazy.
Look at me.
Man, I hope Joe beats his ass on Sunday, man.
And my girlfriend is hot. And I growl. It's like, nigga does like a back suplex. It's like,
Dude, I'll do anything, man. I'm not scared of anything, man. Ask me to do something, I'll do it.
You know what, man?
Ask me if I'm a cop. I got to tell you.
I've never been a huge fan of like the crazy white man like gimmick because so many people.
Yeah, because we
done
live it in real life.
That's true. But I actually like when I did some history, some research, and learned more about Brian. Holy shit! What the fuck was that? Sorry, I just did some
That move?
Right? What the fuck?
That
was
move was pretty nuts.
That was crazy. Anyways, I did some research on Brian Pillman.
Good Lord.
And like learning about him as like kind of the first guy to do that like anti-hero like loose cannon thing.
Yeah.
It seemed way cooler then than it does now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because have you seen the Dark Side of the Ring on him?
Yeah.
I still need to watch
It's
it.
amazing.
I still need to watch it.
It's incredible. It was like I said, I got Nicole to watch it. Like, I mean, it's true crime basically, but like, yeah, she was invested in that shit, and yeah, but I don't know. I'm waiting on the day where like Karrion Kross brings a gun. It's like,
Oh, man.
Lone Wolf. All right, is it?
I think it's time for the Hall of
induct
Fame.
A new member.
It is.
Into the
2 new
Hall-
members. Because they get one each,
Yeah, we
right?
got 2 coming. Yeah,
All right, cool.
let's go.
Can you guys run off the list again?
Oh,
The handsome one would be more than glad to do that because he has the updated list. I don't think my list is up to date.
DDP, Undertaker, Kevin Nash, MJF, Chyna, Nakamura, Sensational Sherry, Savannah Summers, Mick Foley, The Rock, Mr. Perfect, Randall Keith Orton, Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage, Nikita Koloff, Rick Rude, British Bulldog, Triple H, Bret Hart, Sean Waltman, Ron Simmons, Owen Hart, CM Punk, and The New Day.
Nice. Okay.
Hell
I
yeah.
know who I'm gonna add,
Go for it.
and his name is Sorry,
You okay? You all right?
caught my throat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Scott Hall. Scott Hall is gonna be my
I like
my
it.
guy for the Hall of
I
Fame.
like it a lot.
He was one of
wow.
my
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
the reason why is because he was one of my favorite wrestlers I mean, in retrospect, looking back at his wrestling, like his in-ring stuff is like not the kind of thing that I would like now. But as a young person, I love the fact that he had like my last name. That mattered to me when I was like 7 years old.
That shit matters a lot.
But also I just loved his like, I mean, even though it was sort of problematic, like he's gonna do the sort of Scarface like appropriation of Cuban culture.
Oh my god,
but-
y'all remember when he was like in like chilling with some like random
That's,
Havana,
that's what I was gonna say, right? So like, so that picture. Oh wait, I'm talking about the different picture of him like in Detroit, like on the block with some like, young
Dog,
homies.
that nigga was in the hood like James Evans, nigga. Nobody was bothering that man.
Right.
Not at
so
all.
I was like, yo,
Because
like,
he looked like this.
if Scott Hall loved the kids and he in the hood, I fuck with that nigga, bro. So I'm gonna
I
give it.
ghetto pass go state to state, man.
And he's also he's got my probably second or third favorite finisher ever. The Razor's Edge or Outsider's Edge.
I love the Razor's Edge.
I think this is true. I think that is the most protected or one of the most protected finishers ever. I don't think it has ever been kicked out of, not once. Maybe
I agree.
Once, but no more than that.
Maybe Sean kicked out of it once.
I don't recall him kicking out because most of their matches were
ladder matches.
Matches anyway.
Yeah. I was going to say that when I had I still have them. WWE. What was it? It was 12 was the one that Punk was on. WWE 13 and then 2K14 when I created my wrestler always was the Outsider's Edge, Razor's Edge. That was my finisher. I love that move, man, and nobody uses it anymore because it's too dangerous. So
no, they do. The dude from AEW does.
Oh, does he?
That dude's name? The guy who always is beating up Darby Allin. Who was in?
Oh yeah.
He was an indie wrestler. He's the guy who put a plate in Darby Allin's skull.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Thank you. That's his finisher now. It's called like the Ego's Edge or something like that.
Shout out to older cousins and big brothers who used to put you in the Razor's Edge when they threw you in the pool.
Bro, right?
Yes, that was a go-to.
So yeah, the finisher, the fact that he had my last name, and the fact that he was cool with all the ghetto brown children. Fuck with Scott Hall.
Fuck with Scott Hall heavy, yes.
Scott Hall, you are
the Outsiders are in.
Together,
not together, but they are in, both of them.
No, they're in there. I'll put them next to each other.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Make it happen.
All right, Noveliss, your inductee into the Rasslecast Power Hour Hall of Fame.
Oh man, so many awesome wrestlers. I'm gonna go with my childhood favorites, and definitely if I always looked at this guy, if I were to be a wrestler, this is totally the style that I would wrestle, and that is Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam. My favorite wrestler growing up. Just loved Rob, man. He's really the reason why I got into ECW, and ECW played like a big role in me being like a just super wrestling fan when I was a kid. So definitely Rob Van Dam. His matches with Jerry Lynn, like his moveset was awesome. The martial arts stuff, the high flying, just amazing wrestling.
Remember the first time I saw Rob Van Dam? He was in Midwestern Territorial Wrestling. You know, you have to say it like that. Midwestern Territorial Wrestling. And he was facing off against Mr. JL. They were, where was it? Was it? I don't know if it was in Kalamazoo. No, it couldn't have been in Kalamazoo. But it was
from Michigan, Battle Creek.
No, it was more than likely if they were advertising it on Saturday mornings on Channel 2, it was more likely at the Motor City Sports Club.
Motor City Sports Club.
Motor City Sports Club. That's where I trained when I was 15 with Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe. And it was like, bro, we'll get somebody else in here to train you. I don't think you got it, old school. Rest in peace. Yeah, Rob Van Dam, man, those early matches. Like that was he was there, and then like as soon as he went to ECW, I think Rhino came in there. There was a guy, ICP was running shows. And then once I found out that they were once I found out they were running the card and they were like hitting people upside the head. It was like all hardcore matches. I was like, yeah, guys, I'm not gonna wrestle here.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
Filament in my lungs, like Jesus
Christ.
For no reason, hitting each other upside the head with fluorescent bulbs and shit. I was like, all right.
So Bane, can we get a little of that Rob Van Dam music? A little bit of that theme song. You still got it handy?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Somewhere around here.
Also,
the dysfunction.
Oh my God.
Than Sabu.
What the fuck?
So much rage, dog. Like, where does it come from, bro? Like,
Oh my God.
It didn't come from him because you know he high.
that
Not the
dude
first time I've said that on the
whoever
show.
recorded that he had the ignorant vein on his forehead. Like, he had a headache.
He hadn't slept in a week.
He had a headache,
Oh
bro.
my gosh.
He had a macho man headache. Well, hell, man. I'm still mad I'm not in the Hall of Fame, brother.
I thought you only had a minute to talk, Hawk. Get on my
Sorry,
damn nerves.
Sorry, man.
And if Jade
Sorry,
could ever learn how to
man.
wrestle, she would be an absolute super duper duper star.
Who, Jay Cargill?
Yeah, I mean,
Jade, yeah.
all she gotta do is learn how to wrestle, and she would be the shit.
She's a beast. She's a specimen.
She's like,
I mean,
To
she's
say the least.
She's a
Taylor, but
really
a wrestler.
impressive athlete, bro. Like,
Yeah.
not even on some like, hey, like let's oogle over the woman with the big butt.
Yeah,
like,
what a
sure.
hot girl.
But also like, she used to hoop. I think she used to like play Division I basketball. I think, and
Well, she looked like it.
Mm-hmm.
right, I'm here for it.
Damn. I've never
can't-
seen a woman wrestler have this many abs before.
Not the greatest wrestler in the world yet, but she can learn.
Hell, yo,
If
Well,
you're
hell,
ready
neither is
to
Camille,
learn.
but they pushed her to the moon over there in NWA.
yo,
Yeah. Facts.
who is Jade wrestling right now?
Hira Hogan, she was in Impact.
Oh, yeah.
She was an Impact.
Yo, she turned around. God damn.
And that's why we're not family friendly.
That's it.
I
That's
think
right.
I think that is the dismount. So before we get out of here, Noveliss, Hir-O, where can the people find you? That since you graciously blessed us with your presences this evening.
Hey man, first of all, we got a podcast together. We talk about all types of cool nerd stuff.
Snaps.
Marvel, anime,
We can snap.
comic books, pro wrestling, video games, whatever. It's called the SwordCast. You can look it up. You can stream it anywhere. You can find it on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram at the SwordCast Pod. Listen to our podcast, man. And me, you can find me on Instagram at Noveliss CSF. Noveliss CSF.
Find me at all the things that he just said, podcasts, the Swordcast, and also just Instagram, Hir-O Beats 313, and Twitter at Hir-O Beats.
And you'll
Beautiful.
also hear Hir-O at the beginning and end of it's like a podcast or whatever episode.
Every single one.
Every single one.
I will never meet a girl like you.
That shit is fire, dog. That song is fire.
Welcome back, Hir-O.
We go.
Girl.
That's
Girl.
Welcome back,
Boy,
Hiro.
boy.
That beat was actually.
I know
done
where
as
I'm
an
going to be at 8
experiment.
o'clock on Wednesday. CM Punk made his first Dynamite appearance.
Hiro.
It starts again.
Boy beat was actually made as an experiment. I heard that song on the radio when I was driving through Belle Isle in Detroit at like 3 a.m.
And it's
I wasn't
such a
supposed to
Belle
be
Isle
there.
in Detroit at 3 a.m. song, dog.
It is, right? It is. And I was like, I wonder if I could sample that. And I did.